So this is a question that was sent to me through the Quora website, and basically the question goes as follows: how can you tell if a business coach slash mentor is good, and are there red flags to look out for? And I get asked this actually quite a bit. Where do I find mentors, and how do I know if they're good or not? And so the big thing here is that you need to be able to define your expectations up front. What do you actually hope to get from the relationship? And one of the things that I always do with people that I'm working with is I always ask the question, what was the value that we got from the time we spent together today? A mentoring relationship, and this is really important, a mentoring relationship is all about value. What value can the participants bring to that particular relationship? Now, what we need to do is be able to break down this question and look at it from the before and the after. And by after, I mean I'm already in the mentoring relationship. So the part before, what we want to be able to do is to make sure that there's some chemistry there between the mentor and the mentee. And if there is no chemistry, then it's probably not a good fit and you need to look for somebody else as a mentor. What I find that I like to be able to do is I'll have my initial meeting with somebody and I'll suggest to them that they go home and sleep on what we talked about before they actually commit to the longer term relationship. And then once we're satisfied that that's the path we want to take, then that's the road we take. But once you're in the relationship and you're starting to have those conversations with the mentor, watch the body language. The body language will tell you whether or not they're committed, to the relationship and whether or not there's actually chemistry there. And be mindful of your own body language because you could be sending some very negative messages and you may have no idea that you're doing that. Make sure that the mentor is present, that they don't appear to be someplace else. And we all know it's very easy to kind of zone out and be, especially if you're meeting in a coffee place or something, you're people watching and you're not paying any attention to, the person that you're working with. Excuse me. So what I typically like to be able to do is maintain that eye contact. Certainly not to the extent that I'm, constantly staring, but I make sure that I do it at the right time. And do they hold you accountable? So does that mentor actually hold you accountable? And because this is a two-way relationship, that accountability goes both ways. And so you need to be able to deal with that. And heaven forbid that you should ever have a meeting with a mentor and they say, you should know how to deal with this, so just go and deal with it. My time is too valuable for the little things like this. If that's ever said to you, run the other way and run fast, because this is not a good mentor and this is not a good relationship to be in. And you need the chemistry. You need trusted relationships and you need to be able to communicate effectively. If any of those are missing, it's not going to work and you need to look elsewhere. And that's it.
Now you bring up, if people are listening to what you're just sharing, you use the word trust, you use the word accountability, you spoke about the respect and fairness aspect of this. All of what we're talking about today, there's a theme that's going through here about ethical values and how important they are to what it is that the mentor and the mentee share. And so let's not lose that as we move forward.